You know, this aggravates me to no end whatsoever. It's that it seems no one nowadays can grasp the concept of opinion. That we are all different, we all have different viewpoints, different ways we see the earth, and God forbid someone go and say something and not get chewed out because they happen to have a different viewpoint or a different opinion about something. And it seems to be exasperated the most, at least here on the internet, with music. There are some singers and bands in the world that I just cannot stand. And one of the reasons for a lot of these people, and one reason why I don't like them so much, is their fan base. I have no desire to be part of a musical group of people. I have no desire to be part of a group of people to be a fan of a band or a singer that has such obnoxious fans. What really sparked it, this whole thing, was this band called Blood on the Dance Floor. This really sucky crunkcore band, whatever the hell crunkcore is. I don't even care. I really don't. I don't care what crunkcore is. They have some of the craziest fans of any music group I've ever seen. Some of these kids will not hesitate to verbally harass someone for simply having an opinion that just so happens to be different than theirs. Those of you out there who are watching, don't lie to yourselves. You know who you are. Do you know who you are? You know you do it. It's like they think that Blood on the Dance Floor is somehow exempt from any kind of criticism at all. God forbid some poor, naive person finds them somehow, just happens to not like their music, and comments that they don't like it, not calling them fags or bad names or whatever, simply stating their opinion about something they don't like. And some little BOTDF fangirl, fanboy, whatever, is like, yeah, well, fuck you, and you're horrible, they're amazing, and you just have no idea to tell. Fuck you all. The poor person simply did not like it. And that makes them a bad person? No. It means they have a different viewpoint than you. We live in America. We have the right and we have the freedom of speech. We are able to say what we want to say. And that includes people saying negative things about Blood on the Dance Floor. Because guess what? They're not exempt from criticism. And it's just human nature for people to speak out against things they don't like. It's never going to stop. And it's just something that people have to deal with. And this is the crazy thing, is that these kids take criticism about Blood on the Dance Floor so very seriously. So they take it to heart so very much. Like, oh my god, my favorite band in the entire world is criticized. Oh my god, that is just awful. They don't criticized. They're amazing. They're the best thing ever. Apparently, there's some amendment in the Constitution that they're exempt from criticism, because apparently to these kids, you can't criticize this band. There's just no way whatsoever. I hate to break it to all of you, but Blow on the Dance Floor is not exempt from criticism. And like I said earlier, people are going to speak out against things they don't like. And that includes people speaking out against them not liking Blood on the Dance Floor. They have every right to make videos and comments about why they don't like them, just as you all have the right to say why you like them, and to speak out against the people who don't. And how these kids get so offended by comments that were made to someone else. And they reply, well, wouldn't you defend a band that you love so much? Okay, let's put this into perspective for a little bit. I'm going to use myself as an example, okay? Anyone who knows me knows I am a big fan of Hanson. I will always love them. I will always be a fan of theirs. Loyal fan for life. Believe me. Back here. Let me show you. I know it's backwards. Deal with it. There's a weird glare. It's covering up one of their faces. Oh, there, you can see his face now. There we go. There we go. See? Look at that. They're just so handsome. I love them so much. Now, I've been a fan of theirs for 15 years. That's 3/4 of my life. And they have been criticized since day one. And like some fans say, wouldn't you defend your favorite band ever? Yeah, I would. But here's what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't go and verbally assault, harass, whatever verb you want to use, to someone because they don't like Hanson. And here are the reasons why. This is, number one, this is the most basic reason ever, is that is their opinion. That's how they see it. That's how they view the world. And I understand that there is nothing I can do about that. I can't change their opinion because that's how they're wired. What can I do about it? Just accept it. We're all going to enjoy music in different ways. So, hating on people because they hate something, like a band, that is just completely unnecessary. Save your energy for something. Save your energy for something else, okay? Also, is that person made a comment to someone else. That person made criticism that was not directed at me or at you. It was made to the band. Last time I checked, you're not part of Blood on the Dance Floor. I'm definitely not part of Hanson. So why should it affect me? It's not to me, it's to them. You don't have to take to heart something that was said to someone else and get offended by it. You don't have to have it affect you personally. Criticism that was made to a band that you're not physically a part of. The criticism's obviously not affecting the band or the group, so why should you let it affect you? I mean, doesn't Blow on the Dance Floor preach, don't give a fuck what other people say? then why would you bother giving a fuck what people have to say about Blood on the Dance Floor? Why would you let it get to you so much? Do people criticize Hanson all the time? They have for 20 years, okay? And you know what? Hanson, they're still around making music, still going strong. They're obviously not letting the criticism get to them. So why should I let it get to me? Davi Vanity, Javon Monroe, Blood on the Dance Floor, whatever you want to call them, they don't care about haters. They even said themselves, haters, fuck you, but I love you anyway, because haters make me famous. They obviously have some sort of appreciation for their haters, however stupid it may be. It's obviously not getting to them, so why should you care? You shouldn't. Criticism made to someone else should not affect you. There is no reason for you to choose someone out because they have a different opinion than you. Because they're wired differently, they see the world differently, and because the criticism is more than often not made to you. It's made to a band. So there's no need. It's absolutely unnecessary for you to get offended and just so personally taking what someone else said to heart. Taking what someone said to someone else to heart. Really, no. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, I'm not telling you to stop listening to Blood on the Dance Floor. I will ever like their music. I think their music is not great. I don't like their beats. I don't like their lyrics. There's nothing about them that's appealing to me. But I still have the right to say what I feel about them, as you have the right to say how you feel about them, and as you'll probably feel about me. Granted. But criticism, hate comments, whatever you want to call it, that people say to them, that's to them. Okay, if people say, well, Blood on the Dance Floor sucks, talking about them, not you. I'm not saying you suck. So, there's no need for you to get so involved, so personally attached. And if you are so attached to a band, there is a big, wide world full of places to explore and experience that really, in the grand scheme of things, one band is just a tiny little speck on the face of the earth, and really is of no consequence in the grand scheme of things. Really isn't. I mean, it's not a lifestyle. A band's not a lifestyle. A band's a source of mental pleasure at the very most. Really. So like I said, I'm not telling you to not go and listen to them, because my views and opinions about music are obviously different than yours. I mean, for God's sakes, I said I loved Hanson, which is true. I freaking love them. They're amazing. Obviously, you don't see it that way. Obviously, my opinions about the Blood on the Dance Floor are different than yours. I'm just saying that take what people say about them with grace and dignity. Just brush it off your shoulder and then just walk away. And I guarantee you, the sun will come up tomorrow if someone makes one more I hate Blood on the Dance Floor video. Okay? It's not the end of your world. Until next time.